Welcome to our executive interview series at the UiPath Together Public Sector Summit presented by FedScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and we're here with Todd Schroeder, Vice President Public Sector at UiPath. Todd, thanks so much for joining us. And I'd like to start by asking, how do you see automation evolving from the sort of back office work it started with to more mission-centric activities for government today?
Yeah, it's a great question, Wyatt. We have an incredible list of use cases and value delivered for customers in the back office, from running complex system to system tasks as you look at how, heterogeneous these ecosystems are, as well as complex, financial tasks like reconciliation that a lot of times I consider happening in the back office. People don't always understand how that's affecting their ability to deliver program or mission results. Those things are finding their way into the front lines, though, in similar constructs as we think about how people are interfacing with systems as users. Think about this as, I have to go record time and attendance every day. The same hours, the same Excel spreadsheet, the same time system. I need to interface with case management systems for adjudicating benefits through multiple systems, through processing information requests across multiple departments, similar to the time and attendance or kind of front-facing things. So that's where I see the largest move happening right now, is similar to how a technologist might have used automation in the back office. The government employee is using that same type of automation in how they're interfacing with the inordinate number of systems that they string together across a business process or a workflow. A lot of these things are manifesting themselves in the digital assistant. So think about, instead of going to 6 different systems, I receive a benefit claim, I log that claim, I collaborate with multiple people on that claim, I eventually have to get that claim into my mainframe. I have a digital assistant that I can click a button. The intelligent document processing understands the data and automatically puts that data in my case system. It automatically clicks the button to submit that case. It automatically brings the information or proposed decision back to me as a human in the loop, and I can accept or reject that, which then automatically goes to my mainframe. So that is very much a case worker, a management analyst, a program analyst in the front office, getting tremendous value, exponentially less number of clicks and systems they have to interface in. And that's how automation is really, really helping the front line produce mission results. That has an incredible effect on kind of the beneficiary of that service.
Those are great illustrations. Thinking through the lens of the citizen, can you talk about maybe some real life examples where automation has helped government agencies actually improve the customer experience for citizens, or maybe made the process of getting government work done, reduce the friction for those processes?
Let's carry this same kind of use case example forward. I've long been an advocate for improving the experience of the government employee as the key area of focus that will provide the largest impact on the citizen. In that processing of a benefit claim, it could be the renewal of a driver's license. It could be something we all take advantage of. The experience really comes from how well do the people interact with the systems to accelerate the processing time inside government has the biggest effect on how does that feel for me when I come and renew my driver's license? How does that feel for me when I submit my, social benefit claim? And so some of the ways that they're getting better experiences are through improving the automation touch points, reduced clicks, reduced data entry across every system that adjudication process runs through. That means I get more out of government at one click of a button, as opposed to what might feel like I showed up at the driver's license for a renewal and I brought the wrong form. I have to go back home. I have to schedule another appointment, right? So those things can be eliminated. Intelligent document processing on the front end of government services vastly changes my interaction with government, as well as the time it takes to deliver that benefit. Instead of me taking a PDF document and emailing it or physically mailing it and waiting for perhaps weeks to get something back, Medicaid claims matching is happening right now. And this is exactly what we're doing. Submit the document in an already digitized format. Intelligent document processing understands what type of form that is, knows where to find the data on the form, knows where to go submit that data into the claim management system, case management system, knows how to bring that information to the case worker, and knows how to get that information into the mainframe to actually, finally submit and cut that benefit. So those things on the front end are vastly changing, I think, the experience, because all of it can be automated now. And so it is, straight through processing, speed, really being ready for the service you need and having those services really all digitized. Automation is kind of paving the way, because the thing that has held that back really is the integration through automation of all of the systems, including collaboration tools that are really necessary to deliver the service in the first place.
Well, next, I'd like to ask, where have you seen examples of automation helping agencies kind of leapfrog or avoid the need for rip and replace technology modernization projects, because automation really got the bulk of the process improvements accomplished?
I think we certainly see those things in and around the ERP landscape, right? So the traditional back office that has largely been the same for a very long time. We are extending the capability. We're actually extending how much value can the rest of the workforce gain by having more interaction that is automated into your true system of record, right? So when you think about resource planning, be it fiscal or human or logistical, there's oftentimes been kind of a silo of who accesses those things physically through those system interfaces versus who has to be a part of that data through Excel spreadsheets, manual emails, and kind of campaigns of work to formulate a budget, go through what if scenario planning, submit international travel requests, or whatever other mundane sort of planning exercises really happen to make government agencies work. Through our digital assistant, our low-code app interface, which keeps data in our ERP. It upholds the clean core of the ERP, but it brings user interface, persona-based interaction with that ERP data to do your simulation, to do your planning, to accelerate the time that you're processing those invoices. So instead of saying, well, I have an entirely new transformation that I need to go through, just so that I can have a process work as efficiently as it should work with my entire workforce as the user population, we're making incredible value improvements. So those things feel new age, they feel modernized, and we're really leveraging that same core system of record and that clean core data. So that's one, I think, experience. The mainframe. Citizen services transformation has largely been driven by rip and replace, lift and shift, whatever kind of analogy you want to make. The mainframe and the old systems are still there, even when you go lift and shift to a new SaaS offering, let's say. This is where our customers are seeing incredible benefits, because the systems of record are still the same. Those mainframes are still around. And so we're giving modern experiences, far more efficient processing, removing steps of the process altogether because of automation, and doing that in an incredibly new experience layer where people aren't even going and logging into systems. Their digital assistants on their desktops or their mobile phones are interfacing with those systems for them. So that is not only modernized government systems, it's an entirely new experience that government workers are getting that really solidifies what the new age of work will feel like and how efficient these systems should really work for them. I don't want folks to have to log into 60 systems just to do their job. You can keep all of your systems you have, reduce the number of systems you work with, and make the processing time far more efficient. And that's how we're seeing people leapfrog that, by recognizing, I know the process, I want it. I know how I want the process to work. I know the training challenges across all of these systems my workforce has to understand. And if I can really collapse those things and get value out of my existing investments, so it feels new, the experience is more efficient, and the processes are more efficient, we're leapfrogging transformation at a dramatically more, different speed and cost as well.
I think that's a great point, because obviously in government, modernizing systems can take literally years to get all the requirements and budgets aligned. And it sounds like automation is able to accomplish a lot of what modernization was intended to achieve. But that leads me to my last question, which is, how far along are agencies in training their employees or their managers to really use and deploy automation to do their jobs more efficiently or do more valuable work?
I think we are, in an exciting way, still in the early days. So government agencies, defense, civilian, state and local agencies are introducing, I think, some groundbreaking opportunities. Citizen development, in a traditional sense, is mainstream now. There is recognition that the people that know the problems to be solved that would make the most dramatic effect on the mission are the front line. The empowerment of those people with tools, not low code or no code, but true tool set that allows them to choose how to interface with their systems that would be the most efficient way to deliver the result, is a priority. Contracts are being cut. Priorities in terms of what products they're purchasing demonstrate how they're prioritizing training, enablement, true, frontline automation development. Governance models take decisions from the workforce. So those are my indicators that they're prioritizing that as the main area of impact. The purchasing behavior is backing that up. Communities of practice are evolving. And so you can see these changes happening in, really across all segments of public sector and government. But I do recognize we're still early days. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing these things catch wind for more cross mission area collaboration and coordination on really valuable automations that the front line has produced, because that is where our customers see the most impact. True collaboration across functional areas beyond their organization, because a budget reconciliation is a budget reconciliation. The better we share how we enable the workforce to use automation to do that, really cross government, everyone reaps the benefit.
Absolutely. Well, Todd Schroeder, thank you so much for joining us, sharing some of your insights, and importantly, your observation about how government is moving forward and building momentum around automation in federal agencies. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Wyatt.